Hello, 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 and welcome to our weekly live show. I hope you are excited to join me in this first week of July and really super interesting moment that we are in the year as we embark into the second half of 2023. Say hello in the chat if you are watching me live. Let me know where you are watching me from and what you are interested in having me share about our topic for today. If you're new into my world, welcome. I am Fabiana Claure, pianist and business strategist for musicians. I'm the founder and CEO of the Musicians Profit Umbrella, a global business mentorship program that helps musicians and creatives build, grow, and scale their businesses online. And today, the topic that we have chosen is all about how to understand the long game, how to understand what it takes to be and stay in a mode of success and longevity in your business even after achieving certain milestones, even after reaching your immediate goals, your next objectives, how to continue looking at your business from a long view and a long term strategy so that you can not only continue to prosper, to grow, and to reach the goals that you're looking for, but you can have a life that is actually going to be conducive to longevity, right? We're here to discuss the importance of not only growing fast, not only growing quickly, but also growing securely, growing safely, creating long term vision and long term results in your company. So let me know if you're watching me live, where are you watching me from? And what are your questions about creating a long term plan for your business and really staying successful after reaching certain milestones as you accomplish them? So let me start by saying that, as human beings, we are naturally driven. We're naturally driven to create a new reality for our lives. We're always looking at, different ways of changing, different ways of improving, of perhaps optimizing. And we may not always have the best plan or the best strategy, right? But we do live in a constant evolutionary state. We're always getting to a point, sometimes through ups and downs, sometimes through learning, sometimes through the right strategies, other times through just trial and error. But the bottom line is that there's always ups and downs in this process. Milestones in business can be defined in many different ways. Sometimes you can think about a financial milestone. Sometimes you can think about a time management milestone. Sometimes you can think about a clarity milestones. Like there's so many ways that we could define a milestone in your business and in your life. And so what we're talking about today is how do you actually ensure that when you achieve your milestones, whatever you have set those out to be for you in your life and your business, what do you do to continue the momentum, to continue succeeding and to building on what you've gained and set a new plan for the next stage of your life and the next stage of your business? And so I want you to really think about the number one core strategy that will allow you to create momentum and to ensure that you're not just burning yourself out in the process of building your life and building your business is that you prioritize your well-being. And this is something that not necessarily is discussed that often in the business world, but I think it's extremely important that you focus on your mental and physical health and protecting that as you are going through your goals and creating strategies and executing them and reaching certain milestones is making sure that you are taking care of your basic temple, your basic and most important part of your business, which is you. You are the most valuable asset in your business. And if you can keep a long-term priority of ensuring that you are able to create a stable environment around you, that you're able to build habits that allow you to succeed, that allow you to achieve the inner peace and calmness and clarity that you need to make better decisions in your business. That is one of the most important ways that you will be able to remain successful even after you've achieved the milestones that you may have achieved, because the process of developing ourselves and staying fit and staying in tune with our physical and emotional needs is never ending, right? It's something that is just like learning music. You can't ever finish learning, right? You're always in a journey, just like running a business and learning about business and life. There's just like it's an everlasting process. So when you can have your priorities straight in your mind and you establish key clarity around what needs to be a constant in my life, whether or not I achieve milestones. The number one thing is your mental and physical care. And this is not just thinking about going to the gym, eating healthy, protecting your sleep, having access to the sun. This also involves how you design your day-to-day schedule, how you design the rhythm of your work. How can you create a rhythm where, as you are getting closer to your milestones, you have this flow and this momentum, right? There's always going to be an increase in energy. But then as you achieve your milestones, how can you continue on the rhythm in a way that is healthy in your life, that doesn't feel that you are pushing yourself too hard, that you're working yourself too hard just in the pursuit of reaching a milestone, but instead you build a rhythm that is continuously going through you, and that you build the right habits, the right activities, and the right flow in your business. I was just talking to a team member of mine, and we were discussing how important it is to create a tempo, like a rhythm in your day, where you can block out which moments of your day you're going to have like your full attention and being like in deep focus mode, and which moments of your day you're going to be more receptive and responsive to notifications, to emails, to texts, and being in this mode of like responding to other people's needs from you. And how to create that very clear delineation and boundaries between the two ways of living. Because when you find yourself, and let me know if this resonates with you, if you find yourself going through your day with this high intensity, high energy, and this feeling of just go, 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 go all day long, right? And just kind of doing all the time, your body and your nervous system is going to have this impression that you are like being chased by a lion. Like you're literally being chased by a lion, and it's going to respond in the same way as it would when you were chased by a lion. And it's going to keep you in this high alert mode. And 1 or 2 days at this state may not necessarily feel like a big deal, but over time, this will accumulate and it will start piling up on you. So your number one job needs to be to design your schedule and the way you pursue the different things in your life in a way that you can have space, you can have room for growth, you can have, freedom to create, to reflect, and to come up with decisions that are going to be impactful ones, decisions that are going to create success in your life and in your business, not only in reaching milestones, but also in continuing through after, right? Tell me if you can relate to the hustle mindset of like just burning yourself out. For any of you, late night studiers, late night practitioners, people who kind of, do things at the last minute. What happens after you've achieved the goal? You crash. You probably get a cold, you get sick, because you push yourself so much to reach that milestone that by the time you do, you may actually achieve it. You may reach the milestone, but you're so destroyed. You're like so destroyed afterwards. And then it takes you so much time to just recover from having achieved the milestone. And then you kind of have to be not in square one, but in minus 20, right? So it's so important that you are aware that building your business, building a life as a musician entrepreneur is so much more than speed and velocity and tactics and strategy and rapid growth. It is about long-term vision. It is about creating the right habits, creating the right perspectives that will allow you to continue succeeding even after you've achieved your milestones, where you're not just seeing the next milestone as like the end game, but you're understanding that this is one in many different milestones that you're going to be able to achieve if you set the right strategy from the beginning. If you are clear in your priorities, if you understand how you want to reach your milestones. In my case, for example, for many years, I was very driven and just inspired and influenced by just being a full-time, like eternal graduate student. I pursued so many degrees, bachelor's, 2 type of artist certificates, 1 master's, like an artist certificate, a master's degree. Then I have a doctorate degree. I spent 10 years in universities and going through many different programs. And that energy of like learning, 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 growing, growing, growing became like part of my subconscious. And when I started my first business, my Superior Academy of Music back in 2011, for the first 3 years, my husband and I just powered through. We were focused day in and day out on doing all of the things in the business, running all of the jobs, teaching, cleaning, managing the finances, marketing, managing our team. I mean, you name it, we did it all. We were in this hustle mode of just like survival. Tell me if you can relate, right? But then we had our first son, and we had to really restructure the way we worked so that we could be parents, we could take care of a baby, right? And that necessity forced us to be more creative and more resourceful in how we went about our day and how we focused our attention in order to be able to not get so burned out, to have energy to be with our son, and at the same time to continue being clear and focused and present for our clients, our teachers, and just everything around our school and our business, right? And then after that, after kind of 5 years of living in that way, we moved to a different state altogether, and we started running our music school remotely from Texas. And that required another whole level of just perspective and strategy and looking at the long-term picture of what we were building, knowing that we were now running a school remotely across the United States, in a different part of the country. And we had to be more strategic in what we chose to put our focus on. And it was no longer just about surviving. At this point, we were looking into like continuing to ensure the long-term life and success of our business. And so every milestone after that, I started, the university program. And after 5 years of building the program, I launched my online program, which is now the Musician's Profit Umbrella. It celebrated its 3-year anniversary last month. And it's every step of the way has been this mindset of like, what is the next milestone? And how can I get to that while also not getting myself burned out? So in early 2021, I was juggling, both the university program I was running at North Texas, the University of North Texas, and I had just achieved like a huge milestone in my business. I launched the business in June of 2020, and by December, I was able to cross the 6-figure mark. And I felt so like excited and accomplished that I was able to create that milestone. But I also realized that I had been working way too hard in the process. I was just doing everything by myself. I had no team members. I had surrounded myself by mentorship for sure, guidance, people who were doing what I wanted to do, which is what I always recommend if you're ever in this process of wanting to up-level your business, to not feel that you have to do it alone, right? To surround yourself by those who are going to guide you and show you the way. So I definitely did that. But in terms of my internal team, it was just me. I had no team members. I was just working on my own. And yes, I went from 0 to 6 figures in 6 months, and I felt incredibly accomplished, but I was also very burned out and struggling. I had a newborn at the time. So I really took a step back and I said, no, like, I don't want to just achieve these milestones, at the expense of my sanity, of my quality of life, of my health, of my parenting. I want to be able to achieve the milestones really in a multidimensional way, being present for my kids, being present for my spouse, being present for my clients, being present for everything that I wanted to do, and for myself, and taking care of myself. So that led me to start really questioning if I really needed to have all of these things at the same time, in terms of the full-time job, my business, the other business, the kids, all of that. And in May of 2021, I ended up quitting my full-time job and going all into my business, because I really believed in my heart that my destiny was to not only experience a multidimensional life without hustle, without burnout, without just looking for the next milestone, but building something that would be like long-term sustainable. And I also wanted to model it for my clients. So I want you to really think about your life right now and your goals and the way you're setting your milestones. Are you actually setting yourself up for success in the right way? Are you putting your priorities in the right areas? Do you have a strategy for how you can accomplish all of these things at the same time and be present for your family, for yourself, take care of yourself, and build a business, right? And if the answer is yes, then kudos to you, and absolutely excited to see that. But if the answer is no, then I want to invite you to join me in my upcoming strategy workshop that I'm going to be presenting next Friday, because I'm actually going to be breaking down the key steps that are going to allow you to build a business that has an opportunity for you to feel aligned with your quality of life, that gives you that flexibility, that space, that opportunity to be creative, and to not feel that you are just burning yourself out in the process of building your business, and that you're just looking for the next milestone. So I've dropped the link here below where you can register. It's a 4-hour workshop, and we're going to be working closely on how you can scale your business without sacrificing your quality of life. What are the things you want to be focusing on so that you too can create a multidimensional life and be able to have a long-term plan for your business, even as you achieve certain milestones. So go to fabianaclaure.com/discovery and you can register right there. And I look forward to just seeing you, having you join me. This is a live 4-hour event where we're going to be walking you through exactly the step-by-step process and how you can do this for yourself as well. So thank you for watching today's session. I hope this has given you some food for thought. And I look forward to having you join us in our upcoming strategy workshop on July 14th. See you soon. Let's prosper together.